Look around your home right now. Somewhere you have a beautiful, expensive candle that's too nice to burn. You have a special gourmet chocolate bar that is waiting for the perfect day. You own an outfit you'd saved for the ideal occasion that keeps getting postponed. And you absolutely have a piece of perfectly good stationery that is, for some reason, too sacred to write on. We all do this. We are masters of acquiring things we love and then locking them away. We call it saving for later, but in reality, we are just waiting for a magical, perfect moment that almost never arrives.
So, the question is why? Why do we value the potential of an item more than the simple pleasure of using it? The answer is a fascinating psychological quirk that pits two parts of your mind against each other: the collector and the user. And right now, the collector is winning. The real reason you don't use your best stuff is rooted in a fundamental survival instinct: the scarcity mindset. In the deep recesses of your brain, everything is a limited resource. Our ancestors survived by hoarding resources for future droughts or lean times. While you are not facing a woolly mammoth or a long winter, your mind is still treating that perfect bar of soap or that special bottle of wine as the last of its kind.
Once you classify something as special or the best, you unconsciously slap a mental price tag on it. And if the current moment doesn't feel worthy of that price, you defer the purchase. You might think, this moment is only a 7 out of 10, but that bottle is a 10 out of 10. I must wait for the perfect moment to match the 10. But here's the problem with waiting for a 10 out of 10 moment. They almost never happen. Life is mostly a series of 5 and 6 out of 10 moments, and every time a new day passes, you've implicitly decided that the item wasn't worthy of that day, or perhaps you weren't worthy of enjoying it. The psychological trap deepens with what we call the endowment effect.
This is the cognitive bias where we place a disproportionately higher value on things merely because we own them. Think of it this way: you bought the fancy espresso machine, but the joy it gave you was not in the caffeine hit. The joy was in the potential of the perfect morning coffee. Once you own the item, the value shifts from its function to its existence. If you use it, you turn it into a regular functional object. If you don't use it, it remains suspended in a state of eternal potential, a perfect, untainted idea. The collector's brain tells you that the potential is far more valuable than the actual use. And this brings us to the most powerful force in the collector versus user battle: loss aversion. Humans are biologically wired to feel the pain of a loss twice as strongly as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. When you save something for a special occasion, you are avoiding two major losses. First, you are avoiding the loss of the item itself. The moment the candle is burnt down, it's gone forever. Second, and more importantly, you're avoiding the loss of the idealized future self. You are essentially saving that special outfit for a better, more organized, more successful future you. You feel that this future self will appreciate it more, deserve it more, or use it more responsibly. But here is the critical truth: the idealized version of you is just an imaginary construct. It's an easy way to avoid the accountability of enjoying things in the present. Every time you save an item, you are deferring happiness to a self that may never exist, while simultaneously telling your current self that you don't deserve the best things in your life. This is the code you have to break. The collector's job is to protect and preserve, but it's doing so at the cost of your everyday happiness. So here is your challenge. Today is the perfect occasion. There is no other day. Go to one of your hidden treasures, whether it is the expensive stationery, the bottle of reserved sparkling cider, or that perfect shirt. Use it, burn it, wear it, experience the joy of dissolving the potential into reality. When you do this, you rewrite the script. You teach your brain that resources are not scarce and that you are worthy of your own best things today. Let the future self fend for themselves. The best moment is always this one.